What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Myles of Horror, the only channel that's gonna make you scream. So before we do anything, if you guys could hit that like button, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. Guys, today I'm just giving you my thoughts, man. I have so much to say. Um, Fun video, kind of, but also pretty dark video today. Because today, guys, we are talking about the dark side of collecting VHS. So anyway, if you've been following my journey on here or over on Instagram at Myles of Horror as well, you know that VHS has been a big thing for me in the past few months. I've been collecting for about I want to say like 4 months now, or something like that. But I've really leaned into it. I've been having an absolute blast. Getting into the VHS game, collecting tapes, hitting up claim sales, eBay, Mercari, looking for deals. Getting those tapes from when I was a kid that were really special to me. A lot of full moon stuff, Child's Play, Leprechaun, Puppet Master, and so many niche tapes from the 90s. So you can see behind me, I mean, I've hit it pretty hard. It's just like a giant stack over here that you guys can't see. But I've been loving it. And let me start preface my video and start my video off by saying the community is amazing. Okay. Everyone that I've met has been super cool and super friendly and super awesome. So nothing I say in this video is at all a detriment to anybody I've met. That's not what this video is about. Everyone's been super chill, super cool. But the more I get into it and the more I kind of deep dive into VHS collecting, there are some things that I'm struggling with as a collector. Things that are, you don't really know when you when you get into VHS collecting, especially when you get, some more valuable tapes and some things that are kind of considered grail pieces that go for big money on eBay and that really are only going up in price. And it starts to unlock, different possibilities. And it can be really like a dark thing, at least for me. The past 24 hours for me has been like this like cycle. No, thumbs down. Has been like this cycle of like there you go. Of trying to figure things out with VHS because I'm discovering a lot of things that I didn't know. But let me get into it. So first, right off the bat, I did a whole video on this, but in terms of the dark side of collecting, one thing you have to watch out for, which I didn't know when I first got into it, is there are fake tapes out there. Okay. And I did a whole video on this. So if you're interested in hearing more about fake tapes, go watch that video. Give it a like, check it out. But look at this tape I got in the mail. Okay. I picked up Leprechaun 4 in space. It was off Mercari. Okay. And when you look at Mercari and look at eBay, they use thumbnail. So it's really hard to kind of see the whole tape. But this is what I picked up on Mercari. And even just here, it's kind of hard to see, but, it was a total fake tape, okay? You can see the font there is kind of whacked and messed up and faded and, like, hollow, and the whole wrap was fake. I got sold a fake tape. It was a sealed Leprechaun in space, and then, again, I got a Puppet Master 5, which is also fake. It's got the same deal on the back, that the font is completely faded, and it's kind of hard to see, but I'm faded and kind of translucent, I think is the word. It's really hard to see on here, but yeah, a couple of fake tapes, guys. So that's first and foremost. It's something that you have to apparently watch out for in collecting VHS tapes, and I'm kind of like bugging about it. Any tape that I'm looking now, I'm like trying to I look for certain things to make sure it's not fake, but it's really hard to see online. In these thumbnail pictures. So, the first heading to the dark side of VHS collecting, the fake tapes are out there, man. You got to be very careful. So that's first. Now, the next thing on my list is something I have just has just dawned on me. I knew it was a thing, but over the last 24 hours, I've been just bugging about it, and I don't know what to do. So I need your help, guys. If anyone can help me out with this, because I know very little about this, but apparently it's a real thing when you're collecting VHS, and it's kind of shitty and it sucks. But that is mold. Okay. Now I started getting into collecting and I was like, oh yay, these tapes, I'll pay this amount of money, I'll get this tape for my collection or this lot. I didn't even think about like, oh, there's mold and there's this whole other dark side to tapes that like it's like an epidemic. Like, if does it have mold? Does it have mold? If it does, not only is the tape not going to play well, but mold spreads. Like, there's this whole thing that mold spreads, and like it can spread to your other tapes. If you play a tape with mold, it'll get in your your VCR, and then your VCR will spread it to all your other VHS and like ruin all your tapes. And in my head, I'm just thinking like, well, I just spent all this money on these tapes, and now I'm freaking out that that my entire collection is gonna get fucking like spore, like they're spores of mold. And so I'm really freaking out about it. And so I picked up a couple tapes this week from a dude. He was a nice guy. He said no mold, but I'm looking at the tapes and I popped a couple of them in and they weren't really playing well. And I didn't really see mold on all of them, but like a couple of them have some some suspect white on the tape, and it's kind of freaking me out. So you're not going to be able to see it, but I have Annie Lee's right here, okay? Which fantastic movie. I love Annie Lee's. I have the Blu-ray of it. I have the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, but I really wanted the VHS. And I got a pretty good deal on it. But the honest truth is like, if you look at the tape, I'm not really sure if it's mold or if it's dust. I just don't know. And I'm kind of freaking out about it. You guys are not going to be able to see from here, but you can kind of see. It could just be dust particles or it could be mold. Now, I'm freaking out because I don't want to put this in my my Panasonic and fuck up my entire thing. And then all of a sudden my entire collection's ruined. I'm kind of freaking out about it. And so if you guys have any information or anything you could do to help, I have a tape cleaner. But there's this whole other side of VHS collecting that is like totally tweaking me out that I didn't even know was here. And now I'm like bugging, guys. So it's on this tape. And this is only a couple of them. And I picked up a movie called Clown House, which again I was so excited for. But if you look at the tape, again, like you have some white spots. This one has even a little more. You have some white spots that I'm a little concerned about. That look a little suspect to me. So I don't know if you guys can really see that, but if anybody has any information on this, like, or like wants to hit me up, I can send better pictures because I just don't know. Like, I don't know if this is mold, and I'm really concerned that I bought these tapes and now I can't wash them because if I do, it's gonna mess everything up. And now I'm like looking at other tapes. I'm like, what about this white spot and this white spot? And it's possible that it's nothing, but I just don't know. And like, how do you know, guys? Like, how do you know if it's mold or not without like fucking everything up? I've been googling like endlessly the last 24 hours trying to like get this thing together and like under control because I'm so anal about these things. Like I'm such a I'm so type A when it comes to like my physical media, and like just the thought of it, the possibility of like all my tapes getting ruined is eating me alive. So like I really need you guys. I really need your help because is mold that bad? Is it that dangerous? Like if there's a couple specks, is that something I should be completely worried and concerned about for ruining all my tapes? Now one thing I read is that if you have an environment that is not, there is no mold in your current environment, then the mold will not grow anymore. So that to me sounded like good news because in my current apartment there is no mold, and to my understanding, and I don't think that the temperature is always pretty cool in here, never like hot and humid. So I would guess that I don't think mold will grow in my current apartment. But again, it's this kind of thing where like I'm so new to this, I just don't know. So anyway, the dark side of VHS taping, I've been bugging guys for the last 24 hours. If you have any insight, any help you could give to me, your boy Robbie Myles, I would appreciate it because I just don't know. It's also new to me, and I'm kind of tweaking out about it, guys. I'm kind of tweaking out about it. I need you guys. I need your help. So appreciate it. hit me up in the comments or hit me up on Instagram at Myles of Horror. If you have any more information, you want to just talk tapes because I don't know. So anyway, appreciate you guys hanging out. This is the dark side of VHS collecting, man. It's dangerous. It's bad out there. I'll catch you all later. Peace.